The phone first morning. In May 2019, a 32-year-old marketing executive in New York developed a simple morning routine. Wake up at 6 a.m., check phone immediately. Scroll through emails, news, and social media before getting out of bed. She figured it would help her stay ahead of work. She could respond to urgent messages before the office even opened. Within 6 months, she couldn't sleep past 4 a.m. Her body had learned to wake up in panic mode searching for the phone. Her doctor prescribed sleeping pills. She took them and still woke up at 4 a.m., reaching for the screen in the dark. One morning in November, she woke at 3:30 a.m. and checked her work email. Her boss had sent a critical message at 3 a.m. She responded immediately, then couldn't fall back asleep. At 7 a.m., she got in her car to drive to work. She was running on 3 hours of broken sleep. On the FDR drive, she nodded off at the wheel for just 3 seconds. Her car drifted into the barrier at 60 km/h. The impact killed her instantly. Police found her phone still unlocked on the passenger seat, showing her last opened app. Work email, timestamp 3:47 a.m. Her company sent a memo reminding employees about work-life balance. The memo was sent at 11 p.m. on a Sunday. The coffee replacement routine. In January 2018, a 28-year-old software engineer in San Francisco decided to biohack his mornings. He read that coffee was causing adrenal fatigue, so he switched to a morning routine of butter coffee, followed by a shot of MCT oil, followed by a nootropic supplement stack. 6 pills before 7 a.m. He figured he was optimizing his brain chemistry. His coworkers noticed he seemed jittery. He talked faster. His hands shook during meetings. He told them he felt incredible. More focused than ever, he started taking more supplements, pre-workout formulas, metabolism boosters, fat burners, anything that promised an edge. There was just one problem he didn't consider. Combining stimulants without food creates a chemical overload the heart can't process.
So,
On March 15th, after downing his usual morning stack on an empty stomach, he collapsed during a stand-up meeting. Paramedics found him in cardiac arrest. The supplement bottles in his apartment showed he had been taking the equivalent of 800 milliliters of caffeine plus multiple stimulants every morning. His heart was 28 years old, but the damage looked like a 60-year-old's. He died in the ambulance. The supplements he was taking are still sold on Amazon. They have 5-star reviews. The extreme fasting routine. In April 2021, a 35-year-old fitness influencer in Los Angeles started promoting a 23-hour fasting routine. She called it 1 meal a day warrior mode. She would wake up, drink black coffee, work out, fast at work all day without eating, then have one massive meal at 6 p.m. Her followers loved it. She posted videos of her flat stomach and insane energy levels. She had 400,000 followers watching her morning routine. Wake up, weigh herself, film it, post it, drink coffee, hit the gym, all before 7 a.m., all on 0 calories. What she didn't film was the dizziness, the brain fog that started around 2 p.m. every day, the way her hands went numb during her 6 a.m. workouts. She figured it was just her body adapting. Just push through. Content is king. On June 3rd, she posted her morning weigh-in as usual, 6:15 a.m. Then she went to the gym for her fasted cardio session. At 6:40 a.m., she collapsed on a treadmill. The gym security camera caught her fall. She hit her head on the moving belt. By the time someone found her, she had been unconscious for 11 minutes. She died from a brain hemorrhage caused by the fall. The autopsy revealed severe electrolyte imbalance and signs of chronic malnutrition. Her last Instagram post has 89,000 likes. The caption reads, Day 487 of OMAD. Never felt better. The cold shower warrior. In September 2020, a 42-year-old life coach in Denver added ice-cold showers to his morning routine. He had read about cold exposure therapy, how it boosts dopamine, increases willpower, builds mental toughness. He figured if a 2-minute cold shower was good, a 15-minute ice bath would be better. He bought a chest freezer and filled it with ice water. Every morning at 5:30 a.m., he would plunge in for 15 minutes. He filmed it for his YouTube channel. His viewers called him a warrior. He called himself unbreakable. His wife noticed he was always exhausted. He would shiver for hours after the ice bath. His lips turned blue. She begged him to stop. He told her she didn't understand optimization. This was what separated the strong from the weak. There was just one problem he never considered. Extreme cold exposure causes vasoconstriction. Blood vessels tighten. In people with undiagnosed heart conditions, this can trigger cardiac events. On the morning of December 14th, he lowered himself into his ice bath as usual. His heart stopped within 90 seconds. His wife found him 20 minutes later, still in the freezer-frozen water surrounding him. The video camera was still recording. He had died chasing content. His YouTube channel is still active. His final video has 500,000 views and comments saying, "Rest in peace to a legend," and "This is what dedication looks like." The
As your
supplement
trainer,
breakfast.
let me be clear.
In March
We don't eat
2017,
food
a
anymore.
26-year-old
We eat
personal trainer in
supplements.
Miami replaced breakfast with a
replaced.
morning supplement routine. No food, just pills. He took 47 different supplements every morning. Vitamins, minerals, amino acids, testosterone boosters, fat burners, liver support, joint support, brain support. He kept them organized in a weekly pill organizer the size of a briefcase. Each morning compartment held 47 pills. He would swallow them all with a protein shake. No solid food. He figured he was giving his body everything it needed in concentrated form. Better than food. His clients thought he looked amazing. Shredded, energetic. He told them food was just fuel and supplements were premium fuel. He started selling his supplement routine as a $400 course. Hundreds of people bought it. What he didn't tell them was that his stomach hurt constantly. He had bleeding ulcers from the pills. His liver enzymes were elevated. His doctor warned him to stop. He switched doctors. On August 9th, he woke up at 6 a.m. and took his morning pill stack as usual. Within 30 minutes, he began vomiting blood. His roommate found him unconscious in the bathroom. An ulcer had perforated his stomach lining. Supplement residue was found throughout his digestive tract. He died during emergency surgery. The medical examiner listed the cause as acute liver failure complicated by gastrointestinal hemorrhage. He was 26 years old. His supplement course is still being sold online by his business partner. The No Breakfast Runner. In July 2016, a 38-year-old marathon runner in Boston developed what she called the perfect morning routine. Wake up at 5 a.m. Skip breakfast completely. Go straight to a 10-mile run. She had read that fasted cardio burns more fat. She figured she'd lose weight faster this way. For the first month, she felt fine. Then she started feeling lightheaded around mile 7. She ignored it. Then she started seeing spots. She figured it was just adaptation. Her body learning to burn fat more efficiently. Her running partner noticed she looked pale. She was stumbling. He suggested she eat something before their runs. She refused. She told him eating before running would make her sluggish. She had lost 8 pounds doing it this way. She wasn't stopping now. On the morning of September 22nd, they were running their usual route along the Charles River. At mile 8, she suddenly veered off the path. She collapsed on the grass. Her running partner called 911 immediately. By the time paramedics arrived, she had stopped breathing. She died from sudden cardiac arrest triggered by severe hypoglycemia. Her blood sugar level at time of death was 32 mg/dL. Normal range is 70-100. The autopsy showed signs of chronic malnutrition despite her normal body weight. The running group she belonged to still meets at 5 a.m. every morning. They now require all members to eat before runs. Nobody talks about why the rule was added. The meditation app Addict. In February 2022, a 44-year-old tech executive in Seattle became obsessed with morning meditation. He downloaded 7 different meditation apps. He wanted to try them all. His routine became 10 minutes on Headspace, 10 minutes on Calm, 10 minutes on Waking Up, 10 minutes on Insight Timer. By 7 a.m., he had been sitting still for nearly 2 hours. His coworkers noticed he seemed dazed during morning meetings. He would zone out mid-conversation. He told them he was practicing mindfulness. He was more present than ever, he said. He just needed to recalibrate his awareness. What he didn't realize was he was dissociating. 2 hours of meditation every morning was causing depersonalization. His grip on reality was loosening. His therapist warned him to cut back. He fired his therapist and hired a meditation coach instead. On May 18th, he completed his 2-hour morning meditation routine as usual. He got in his car to drive to work. He was in such a dissociated state that he didn't process what he was seeing. He ran a red light at a busy intersection. A delivery truck hit his car at 45 km/h on the driver's side. He died on impact. The meditation apps were still open on his phone. Total meditation time logged that morning 2 hours and 14 minutes. His death was ruled an accident. The meditation app sent automatic notifications to his phone for the next 3 months. You're on a 147-day streak, don't break it now. The morning workout obsessive. In August 2015, a 31-year-old CrossFit instructor in Austin decided to double his morning workouts. One workout at 5 a.m., another at 7 a.m., both at maximum intensity. He figured more training meant better results. He told his clients that rest days were for the weak. Within 3 weeks, he developed rhabdomyolysis. His muscles were breaking down faster than his body could clear the waste. His urine turned dark brown. He thought it was just dehydration. He drank more water and kept training. There was just one problem he didn't know about. Rhabdomyolysis releases myoglobin into the bloodstream. Myoglobin clogs the kidneys. Once the kidneys start failing, the damage accelerates fast. On September 4th, he completed both morning workouts as usual. By noon, he couldn't stand up. His muscles had seized. He couldn't urinate. His girlfriend drove him to the ER. His kidney function test showed complete failure. He died 3 days later from multi-organ failure. The medical team tried dialysis, but the damage was too severe. He was 31 years old. His last Instagram post made the morning he died showed him mid-burpee with the caption, "Day 23 of double sessions. Who's ready to suffer with me?" The CrossFit gym where he coached still uses his photo in promotional materials. They call him a fitness legend. The email before coffee routine. In November 2020, a 40-year-old hedge fund manager in Hong Kong developed a deadly efficient morning routine. Wake up at 4:30 a.m., check Asian markets, check European pre-market, check emails, make trades, all before getting out of bed. He figured he was gaining 3 hours on his competitors. His doctor warned him about his blood pressure. 180, 110, dangerously high. He prescribed medication. The manager took the pills but didn't change his routine. He figured the pills would handle it. He couldn't afford to lose his edge. His wife noticed he would wake up gasping. His face would be red before he even left the bedroom. She begged him to see another doctor. He told her the pressure was part of the job. If you couldn't handle stress, you shouldn't be in finance. On the morning of January 8, 2021, he woke up at 4:30 a.m. as usual. He opened his laptop. The market had crashed overnight. He had lost $4 million. His blood pressure spiked. Within 2 minutes, he had a massive stroke. His wife found him unconscious, laptop still open, portfolio showing red numbers across the screen. He died in the hospital 6 hours later. He was 40 years old. His fund redistributed his accounts to other managers. Trading resumed the next day. The overnight market crash that triggered his stroke. It recovered by noon. His losses would have been temporary. His death was permanent. The green juice cleanse. In April 2019, a 37-year-old wellness blogger in Venice Beach replaced all morning food with a detox green juice. Kale, spinach, celery, spirulina, chlorella, and 12 other ingredients she couldn't pronounce. She drank 32 ounces every morning on an empty stomach. She figured she was flooding her body with nutrients. Her followers watched her morning routine videos religiously. Wake up, make the juice, drink it. Post about feeling cleansed and alkaline. Within 2 months, her skin turned slightly green. She called it glow. Her followers wanted the recipe. What she didn't mention was the stomach cramps, the constant diarrhea, the way her heart would race after drinking the juice. She figured it was just toxins leaving her body. That's what all the wellness blogs said. Detox symptoms are normal. There was just one problem nobody told her about. Excessive greens consumption can cause dangerous potassium buildup, especially in people with undiagnosed kidney issues. High potassium stops the heart. On June 12th, she made her morning juice as usual. She filmed herself drinking it. She posted the video. 30 minutes later, her heart stopped. Her roommate found her collapsed in the kitchen, the green juice glass still on the counter, her phone propped up nearby, recording an empty room. She died from hyperkalemia. Potassium level at time of death 9.2 mmol. Anything above 6.0 is considered life-threatening. The video she posted that morning is still on Instagram. It has 47,000 likes. The comments are filled with people asking for the recipe. The productivity app junkie. In March 2023, a 29-year-old startup founder in San Francisco gamified his entire morning routine. He used 14 different apps to track everything: sleep quality, heart rate variability, steps, water intake, calories, macros, meditation minutes, productivity score. Every metric measured, every behavior optimized. His morning routine took 90 minutes just to log everything. He would wake up immediately, put on his fitness tracker, open his sleep app log, his mood track, his morning weight scan, his breakfast into a nutrition app log, his supplements, start his meditation timer, track his workout, and upload all the data to a master spreadsheet. He posted about his optimized morning protocol on Twitter. The thread went viral, 50,000 retweets. People called him a genius. Productivity gurus wanted interviews. He figured he had cracked the code to human performance. What he didn't realize was he had developed severe anxiety. His entire sense of self-worth was tied to the numbers on his apps. If his sleep score was low, his entire day felt ruined. If his HRV dropped, he would panic. He was no longer living his life. He was managing data about his life. On August 15th, his morning apps showed terrible numbers. Sleep score 42/100, HRV critically low, stress level extreme. He stared at the red numbers on his phone screen. He had done everything right. Why were the numbers bad? What was he doing wrong? He stepped into his shower, still staring at his phone, trying to figure out where his protocol had failed. He slipped on the wet tile. His head hit the corner of the glass door. He fell unconscious, water running over him. Phone still clutched in his hand, apps still open. His roommate found him an hour later. He had drowned in 2 inches of water. His phone was waterlogged, but data from his fitness tracker was still uploading to the cloud. Final heart rate reading 0 BPM. The startup he founded continued operating. They hired a new CEO. His morning routine thread is still pinned on his Twitter profile. The sunrise alarm obsessive. In January 2021, a 34-year-old biohacker in Portland installed a sunrise alarm clock that simulated dawn. It would gradually brighten over 30 minutes before his 5 a.m. wake time. He figured natural light would improve his circadian rhythm. Then he added more lights, then more. By March, he had 12 high-intensity lights programmed to simulate sunrise. His bedroom at 5 a.m. was brighter than noon. His girlfriend moved to another room. She couldn't sleep through the light show. He told her she was missing out on optimization. He was waking up more naturally than ever. His eyes started hurting. He developed chronic headaches. His optometrist told him he was damaging his retinas with too much light exposure. He switched optometrists. There was just one problem he never researched. Sudden bright light exposure triggers massive cortisol dumps. His body was waking up in fight or flight mode every single morning. His adrenal system was in constant overdrive. On May 7th, his lights activated at 4:30 a.m. as programmed. His body released another massive cortisol surge, but this time his heart couldn't handle it. He went into ventricular fibrillation while still lying in bed. His girlfriend heard a thud from his room. She found him on the floor, all 12 lights blazing around him like a stadium. He was already dead. Cause of death, cardiac arrhythmia triggered by chronic stress hormone imbalance. He was 34 years old. The Sunrise Alarm Company still uses customer testimonials in their marketing. His review is deleted from their website. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for similar ones, and feel free to drop suggestions for the next video in the comments.